Welcome everybody. Morning. Forza for you. Maybe.
Following Sunset Peninsula's first sweeping turn, the 90-degree turn 2 is a popular overtaking location.
Appreciate you guys hitting thumbs up on the video. YouTube, thank you. Let's get the stream set. We're dialed now. Alright, we are ready to hit the track. What's up, Door? What's good, brother? How you doing this morning? 7:30 a.m. in Tennessee. What we got? 53 degrees outside. Pretty mild, not too cold. About 12 Celsius. Our friends across the pond, good morning. We've painted the Porsche black today. Redone the stickers on the back a little bit. Always wanted a black Porsche 911, so we painted it black today. Super glossy paint job. The ray tracing. Pretty realistic, isn't it? I added about, I don't know, 5 to 10 new songs to our playlist today. I'm going to freshen up so you'll hear some new tunes. Went through probably about 50 songs last night and picked out 5 to, maybe not even that, maybe 5 to 8 good ones. But you'll hear some new tunes today, so freshen it up. I just need to do that every once in a while. About 60 songs in the rotation now. So hopefully it'll feel a little fresher. And when those real bangers come around, it'll be a little more special. And I'll be like, oh, hell yeah. Here we go. Yeah, I'm good, man. All good. I got another message from that nasty guy that was trying to lowball me on the processor yesterday. Pretty incredible that somebody comes to my business and tells me how to run my store. I was like, who are you? Well, you should change your post to say this and that and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, you're not following the terms of services and you're telling me how to run my business? Get the fuck out. I'm like, go away. Oh, some morons, huh? Yeah, the guy won't stop. He keeps messaging me. And his last message says he's blocked me. I'm like, I didn't even respond to you. Why are you blocking me? You know what I mean? He just did the preemptive block. Oh, okay. One of those people that's got to have the last word. Whether right or wrong. Okay, dude. I thought that was kind of funny. I kind of had a feeling that guy was gonna... I'm not gonna leave it alone. Had another guy offer 400. It's basically the same situation. I'm just gonna take that offer thing off of there. I don't want offers because they always piss me off with the bullshit. Just don't even want to talk to them, honestly. I just put up for sale, buy it or don't. Get out of my face. I'm not interested in haggling. That's why it's a buy it now price. I wanted to haggle. You would have that in the description. Or best offer or something like that. These guys just message you and they're like, what's the least you'll take? And I'm like, that's not an offer. Make me an offer. Yeah, but what's the least you'll take? Oh, that's for you to figure out, isn't it? The least I'll take is what's listed. Buy it or move on. Yikes. How's the work going today, Thor? Everybody being chill? Yeah, I know. Good. Like, what does this price mean? So yeah, I'm just gonna turn the offer option off. I thought it may be enough. Somebody came in with an offer is like, 10 under what I'm asking or something. Sure, but these guys are like trying to come in $50 under on a $450 product. I'm like, look, I'm already losing my ass on shipping every time. Lose my ass on PayPal fees and taxes when I bought it. Every which way. So the last thing I want is somebody to come in there and lowball me on top of all that. Like, come on, dude. Is it worth it to you or it's not? Put sport traction control on. It's spinning way too much on this track. Just a free moment, yeah. I'm busy, huh? He's about to do a weird angle on me. So I knew he was going to cut me off. You just see he was going so freaking wide. Once you got some hours in this game, you start realizing what people are doing. You're like, oh, okay, he's making a weird move here. Oh, slippery. Perfect. Perfect. Moving on. Alright, let's get this party started. Some good music coming up. Some new NVIDIA driver came out this morning, guys, that are on the NVIDIA cards. Might want to try that driver. I'm testing it right now. It seems to be working okay. I'm not having any problems. I think it was really just to add support for just getting ready for Black Ops 7 and I think PAX Deus, some other games. Support for them, really. It probably didn't do much for me. Oh, you did the update. Okay, cool. You're already ahead of me then. Well, I seem to be running fine. I haven't noticed any problems, so. Tune-up's feeling good, man. We're moving. First and second place right ahead of me. I didn't qualify or anything, so it's, you know, starting position was just whatever. I have no idea what it was, but. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes it's not a good idea to do an update right before you're trying to do a game session, you know. End up having issues and then don't get to play. But I like to be on the latest and greatest. That's just my style. Oh, I should remind my Windows-based friends that you guys that are on Windows 10, it's time to upgrade. Windows 10 is no longer being supported by Microsoft. It's now defunct. Which means when there's a new virus, new malware, new spyware, you know, Windows 11 is going to get patches for it. Virus definition updates, you know, vulnerability patches. Windows 10 is not. You don't even have to reboot to install NVIDIA drivers these days. I didn't reboot. So if you downloaded it and installed it, you were running on the new driver already. Unless it tells you have to reboot, you don't have to. Bro, 2 seconds. It may be the case that you can still get a free Windows 11 upgrade, so you might look into it. If you buy it outright, it's about $200. So my dad's computer is kind of old. I mean, it's old, but he doesn't game or anything, you know. So that's just web browser and internet box, you know. print flyers. That's about all he does. Get on Facebook. So for him, I'm like, well, you know, new desktops $400-500, and thinking about it, I'm like, you know, I'll probably just get you a laptop. I'm gonna process and power he needs. Walmart has a an Asus ViveBook, multiple core processor, you know. It's like a Power 5 or whatever. You know, a decent little processor, 10 core, I think. It's really good for a laptop. Way more than he'll need. And I think it has 16 gig of RAM, which Windows 11 you really need a minimum of 8. 16 it'll run fine. What he's doing. How's this guy slowing down so much? His tires gone? So yeah, I was thinking that little laptop. I think they're asking like $399 for it or something like that. $359, $399, something like that. Let's tell my dad. He's like, well, I don't want a laptop. It's like, well, the shape of the computer doesn't matter. We're going to hook your keyboard and mouse to it, and we're going to go into the power settings on the laptop until it don't go to sleep, until it, when we close the lid, turn off the monitor, turn off the, you know, the panel on the laptop. Say power, and, you know, plug in your keyboard, your mouse, your monitor. I'm sure it'll have USB, and it'll have, you know, network port and all that. Probably just put it on the Wi-Fi. No need to really even hardwire it these days. So I think that's gonna be the way to go. I took some pictures of it. Oh, my steering wheel just quit. Shift light just went out. Not a good sign. Let's see when the shift. What? Oh, it's not downshifting. Okay, we're stuck in third for the rest of the race. Oh, there went the. Nah, I've got no force feedback. Wonderful. It's got a dead wheel. I can't shift to fourth. I have to leave it in third for the rest of the race. Or stop and reset the wheel. I don't know, what do you do? Can't restart the wheel while we're on the straightaway. Hey, yeah, I should still keep driving while the wheel's being reset. I can't shift. Let's turn it all the way off and back on. That'll probably fix it. It's calibrating. Yeah, 133 of that. Okay. There we go. We got a red stripe. We got shifting. And we got feedback. Yeah, we lost that position, but that's okay. We're not gonna sweat the small stuff. At the end of the day, we're just, you know, pixels on a screen. It's a silly, primitive monkey manipulating pixels on a screen. Yeah, at the end of the day. Hey, SDR. How you doing this morning? Well, it's my turn. Reading the chat. I do that sometimes. race, good race. Or you know what to do. Ban him and delete the message.
Well done. P5.
Spammers, man. It's just non-stop with these people. Thank you, sir. Yeah, these guys are just using AI to spam the crap out of everybody that's streaming these days. It's terrible. But hey, if that's the worst problem I have today, I'll accept it. One of the new songs I added today. Very shimmery. A couple of the songs I like, I sped them up and slowed them down and then resaved them, so you'll hear some variations in some of these. Some of them sound better fast. Yeah, you're a boss. You're trying to game, man.
The high iron content in your soil gives the dirt at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta its character.
Tell them you're working your primary job. It's Schnickel. Oh, practice lap? Only a couple of us in here, that's weird. It's a really good track. I don't know why anybody would skip this one. Man. Energy transfer. Get your boss whipped into shape. Is your boss pretty good to work for overall? Like, is he, what's he like? Good boss and good co-workers make all the difference in the world. Is it just you two running the store there? Be behind, man. A little rush. Like a hyper person or a frantic, intense. Some people have an intense personality, you know, everything's very sharp, very. My person is probably a little bit intense. A little raw, a little unfiltered, you know. I say what's on my mind usually. Yeah, and he must be laying down some crazy good lap time. You might have to pick up the pace. Even see this guy in the straightaway. He's getting so far. What? He's way out there. My car has way more grip. I have a little more power, so. On these twisty sections, he's just leaving me behind. Straights, I start catching a little bit, but he's too far gone. Up in the dirt. Not intense. Okay. Ha! Well, I'm won this race. Hello. There's a sign on my car. Let's drive around with a sign on the car. Cool. Car feels a little oversteery this morning. I guess I got used to it yesterday and, you know, accepted it that way. Got good at it yesterday. I got a bunch of, not a bunch, but I got several podiums yesterday. Just very tune-up. And now this morning, this first race, it's oversteering. I'm like, feels very slippery right away. I turned on traction control. I'm like, how was I driving this yesterday? One of the reason I was able to handle it yesterday and this morning I can't is because yesterday I spent hours and hours racing with it like that. Just got in the pocket, you know, figured it out. This morning I'm in here jabbing the gas, yanking the wheel, oversteering, and it's like, you can't do that. You gotta be smooth. Just gotta warm up, and then I think we'll turn the traction control back off and start picking up some speed. Right now I'm a little too wild. And this track is bouncy as heck through here. Oversteering has been the biggest problem so far. It's like it's able to grab the corners. The oversteer has been bad. And when it does oversteer with traction control on, then it just about stops in its tracks. I just got an update on my Discord server. Some Battlefield 6 news. I have my Discord server set to post news about Forza, Battlefield, mini games that I play. Yeah, we're making series of changes to challenges and assignments. Say, Alan's rebalanced overall difficulty. Okay, yeah, some of the challenges. I'm not really a challenge hunter in games, but if it's to unlock something that I really want, like a skin that would obviously be an advantage, if it's very good camouflage, I'll go for those kind of challenges sometimes. Or if it's unlocks a special weapon that you can't get otherwise, I'll do the challenges. And some of them have been way too difficult. It's annoyingly difficult to deal with. 50 headshots with a sniper rifle over 200 meters. Like, come on, man. I don't want to sit on a mountain just to unlock something and try to get 50 headshots over 200 meters on maps that are only about 100 meters long. You gotta wait for one to come around. It's just I just want to play the game. Let me unlock stuff that way. Just the game. I don't think challenges and BS. But some people like the challenges, I guess. I'm old school, back in the day, we didn't have challenges and all daily rewards. You just made a great game. Played the game. That's it. There's no log in to Discord and connect accounts and all that crap. You know what I mean? It's just a lot more complicated. It can be. Hurry. Yeah, always feeling rushed. Yeah. But that quality in him, that innate feeling that he's in a hurry, got to get things done kind of thing, is probably why he's successful too. You know what I mean? Some people are just wired differently. My wiring is I want to understand how things work, and I want to make them better. So if I'm, playing a new game, I want to contribute and make it better some way, Yeah, good race. I thought about quitting the race. The dude was so far ahead. It's like not even a competition for him. He's going about 2 seconds per lap faster. So you multiply that by 10 laps. He's gonna get way out there. That car is set up for grip. This one's set up for speed. So. But had I driven better, I might have given him a better run. But congrats to him. He's fast. Schneegel. Good job, Sneckle. Mount Panorama, one of my favorites. Love it. Get that chill vibe going here. Yeah, Thor. Sometimes I get that way, you know. I feel like I can kind of get myself kind of worked up and a little bit too intense to be around. So I try to recognize that and try to dial it back. You know, if I feel like I'm getting a little wound up about a topic, situation, or something. Um, I think best thing to do, I think, is just constantly try to self-improve. Sometimes your childhood forms how you are, shapes how you are, how you react to things. Maybe you're raised with a bunch of siblings and it was, fighting for food like little puppies. And so then those type of people are not going to be good with sharing and things like that, just innately because of the way they were raised. Not their fault. Um, you know, things like that. Your situation, how you're raised, can determine your outcome. But here to tell you, you can definitely not let that dictate the way the rest of your life is. I'm making choices and making steps in the right direction. I've been working with him for about 10 years, so yeah, you know him, then you know how he is. But, yeah, just constantly strive to improve yourself if you see flaws in your character. And sometimes it takes people being blunt and bold and telling you flat out, like, dude, your attitude stinks, or what, sometimes you need to hear that. Or you're being too harsh or whatever. Sometimes you need to hear it. Otherwise, people keep ratcheting up. They don't know where the limit is, and they just keep going, Get out of hand. Well, let's see. I don't know if I need to change anything on the tune. Tires and gearing are good. I think we've got that maximized. Braking is good. I've already done camber. Wonder, we could firm that front end a little bit, maybe. Sometimes having it too soft can make it worse. Let's try lower first. Some guys will do like 1 on the front and 40 on the rear to make a car rotate like crazy. But this car, it's a Porsche, so it's heavy in the rear with the engine sitting back there. So if you get into an over-rotation problem, it's a real problem. Whereas a regular car with standard 50-50 weight ratio in front and rear, you can get it pretty sideways and still keep on trucking. And I've had it balanced to get this 50-50, but it's still a Porsche. It still has Porsche handling. Grip in the front and slip in the rear on exits. So a lot of times you start like this and you end up way wide because it just really likes to hang the rear end out. Okay, playing practice, I feel like the suspension is perfect. That first corner was amazing. I'm fully confident I made a change in the right direction. That sarcasm flows like a river this morning, I tell you. $208.8. He's done a 209 flat. 225. He'll go fast. Here we are. All black. Black outfit with the purple accents. Faint with a little purple. Looking dapper. Went for a little cleaner look today instead of the American flag draped over the top with a chrome body. Rearranged my stickers. Every once in a while, somebody sees these stickers and they'll pull me up and be like, hey, I'm in your lobby. Oh, most of them just lurk and watch. They don't ever say anything, and that's cool too. Got love for the lurkers. Lurkers bump my view numbers up, so Gets me off the bottom of the page. Like anything, once you have a little success, you start getting a little more. I need a little more. I need a little more. Classic outfit. Yeah, man. We keeping it clean. We are going for the 1982 New York Stock Exchange. I got my black briefcase, my suit and tie, driving to work in my black Porsche 911. I got cocaine lying on the steering wheel. I get a little sniff before I take off. That's what this is. I'm ready to sell some stocks and bonds. Make some trades happen. Go home to my absolute bitch of a beautiful wife. Yeah. I used to work with those guys, you know. I'm doing corporate banking, technical support and stuff. So I was always working with salesmen, you know, stocks and bonds, traders, all of those types. I know them very well. It's so funny, and I'd go to move their computer or something, and look under their desk, and they'd be like, you know, big ass bottle of vodka or whiskey. These guys are staying soused all day, man. Just absolutely pickled. Pickled like a cucumber. Woo-wee. Oh, shit. Okay, okay. Suspension's a little different feeling. And those those salesmen and traders, man, I can tell you so many stories about them. We were a bunch of jokesters. We were always messing with each other. This one guy's Michael. I forgot Michael Kisber. Mike Kisber, yeah. Out of Memphis. You can look him up. Real dude. Michael Kisber. The guy was just filthy rich. He had been doing sales, stocks and bonds for probably 30, 40 years when I met him. The guy never called a customer. He never made it out cold call like, hey, I got some tasty little bonds, you know. Pick up these little tranches and blah blah, you know, all their kind of speak. The wrong gear. Anyway, it was so rare for him to make an outgoing phone call that anytime he did, which was like once every 6 months, you might see him do it, they would get on the horn over the loudspeaker and be like, hey, Michael Kisber is making an outgoing phone call. Anyway, that dude, they used to prank on him all the time. I was moving his computer one time, and he would not miss a phone call, ever. And he would not hire an assistant. So I'm unhooking his computer, and he's like, just leave my... He's like, move my computer, but leave my phone on. I can't miss calls. I'm like, okay. I'll move the computer, we'll get all set up, get you logged in, make sure it works. And then at the last second, we'll move the phone. Take 2 seconds. He's like, perfect. So he's like standing there while I'm moving his computer around. Because I got his chair out of the way. And I'm moving his computer, unhooking things. He's on the phone. He puts it down. He's just taking call after call. And then his phone starts ringing a whole lot. It's just ringing and ringing and ringing. He starts taking these calls, and he's getting aggravated. I'm like, what is going on? He goes, I don't know, somebody keeps calling me. Oh. They're not saying anything? He's like, no. Oh. Weird. So I'm like moving his computer, and he keeps getting these prank calls. And I hear somebody chuckle in the distance, and I'm like looking around. This is mind you, this is a sales floor with like 150 millionaires. You know, these are super wealthy guys. They got nothing but money and time to screw around. So they, every time he'd walk away from his desk, they were calling him because they knew he was so anal about not missing a call. He didn't have an assistant, so they were always messing with him. He'd take 2 steps from his desk, ring, ring. You'd hear somebody snickering in the distance. Just silly stuff like that, grown ass men. The dark side of having all that money, most of those guys were probably more broke than anybody else. They were so in debt. Because they made millions of dollars, they could get loans for anything they wanted. So they would buy, you know, these big boats, massive houses, massive cars, trophy wives, bunch of kids, you know, putting all of them through Ivy League colleges and stuff. Dude, I'm telling you, they had a lot of personal possessions, but financially, they were just as broke as anybody else. Probably in worst case. I know I had less debt than those guys. They had more things and could acquire more things, probably had more fun, but financially they were in worse shape, sure. In reality. And a lot of them were unhappy, you know, just slaves to the money. Trophy wife, you know, she's got a credit card of her own with unlimited funds on it, so you gotta keep her happy. Well, the tune-up feels really good, you know, if I can make decent laps or just kind of shooting this shit with a chat, you know. It's a pretty good tune-up. Not really, not really giving it hell, I'm just giving it. Not breaking late, just going. Chill vibe stream today. Today and every day, that's the goal. That's how you get to feeling good, you know? You guys that are struggling through life and having a lot of bad days or some bad days. The main thing I do to help with that situation is try to pep your day with a little goodness. You know, sprinkle in a little good times in there, you know, whether it be watching streams, playing a game, bowl of ice cream, you know, treat yourself with a little something nice, some way. It doesn't have to be something expensive. Be kind to yourself. Cruel world out there. You don't need putting yourself down or being too hard on yourself, because trust me, there's plenty of other people in life that'll do it for you. You don't need any help. But what you got to do to get the feeling better is just have a lot of good days in a row. That's the key. And, you know, sometimes there'll be people in your life that get in the way of that. You know, I've got one right now that fairly consistently I have to deal with them. And it's family, so, you know. And it'll get me down, but every once in a while I just have to pull them aside and be like, brother, love you, but you gotta chill. Ugly text messages daily, bitching about petty stuff, brings me down. So let's chill on that, huh? And I'll tell you, sometimes you just gotta tell people that they're doing you wrong. They don't know. And if you have people in your life that can abide by your basic rules, of decency and the way they speak to you and treat you, you just got to cut them out of your life. move on. Growing up, I always thought, you know, you're supposed to be the nice guy, and you are by default. But what I didn't know when I was young and naive was that you can actually cut people out of your life. You don't have to be friendly to everybody. There's gonna be a whole lot of people you're gonna interact with, and some of them are just not good people. So it's okay to not interact with people who bring you down. Especially if you've already had a conversation with them and they're not correcting their action. And base it on what they're doing, not what they're saying. They can be telling you, I'll change my ways, but you know, base your decision to keep them in your life or not on what they do, not what they say. This thing is rolling on. I have zero complaints about this team. I'm always hunting for an improvement. I feel like I'm kind of running out of stuff to fix. The brakes there. Tires are worn. The race, guys. Enjoyed it. Yeah, the little old 82 black Porsche will roll out. Fun. You know, 4 Porsche out of 7 cars, you know.
Well done. P4.
Yeah, race cars to the podium. Cool. I had a great race. I like that track. Yeah. See if there's a better track available. Ooh, got a race banana. What's our rating looking at? Somewhere in there, out of 5,000 possible. We go up and down, and it just depends on if I disconnect from a race early or not. I've been as high as 4,900 and low as 2,600 while I'm tuning and disconnecting from races early when a car's just not ready for the race. I do 2 or 3 laps and the car's like just sliding around or pushing real big. You know, there's no point in staying on the race for another 15 minutes just to get absolutely lapped. You know, I just drive it long enough to determine, like, okay, it needs more camber here, it needs, you know, better braking here. You know, go to the next track, make those changes, test it. Good, keep driving. Bad, disconnect, go to the next race, start tuning again. But for some reason, Forza has decided that if you disconnect from an active race, your skill goes down. And when your skills go down, you get matched with people who can't drive for shit, and they'll run all over you. So it's a real problem. I don't like the way they do that. Why would I get penalized for disconnecting a race? It affects nobody else in the race, right? It doesn't wreck them if I disconnect. I just turn into a ghost. They can drive right through me. So why would I get penalized? Is it to force people to keep playing the game? Sorry, Zim. I didn't realize my mic was open in the lobby here. It's not gonna chat. Mute it while you're on the tracker. This is one of the new songs I added to my list. What's this be? Go on. I like any music, like, it's gotta tickle the brain, man. It's gotta, like, do something. Something interesting about it. Shimmery effects, things like that. A little, panning left and right, fading back and forth. It's, you know, music with a good sonic soundscape that kind of tickles your brain. That's the stuff that I'm into. Dark synth, slow beats, fast beats. Roll, baby, roll. Let's just see. Let her roll. No one's better than slipping, though. But sometimes some roll will just induce more slips. So. The fine tune, the fine tune. Looking for diamonds in the dust, really. Ooh, I like it. Flat out, maybe. Hell yeah. We don't ever lift. She's gripped up from the hip up. I like it a lot. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so good. I can put it anywhere on the track I want now. That was a big move. I'm kind of big old diamond back. Shit, fellas, I almost feel sorry for him. This car's an absolute weapon. We don't ever lift. Yeah, I picked up a 10th. Hell yeah. I'd like to see about 100 through here, but I haven't got the angle of the angle just right yet. The front end's biting a lot better, so I'm oversteering a little bit. Still, get it in a few laps here. Oh, wow. I mean, I could do a donut around the corner. It just wants to keep on turning. Let's check our camber here. Anytime you change the suspension, you need to double check your camber. See how the tires are wearing. Is it even? Let temperature be my guide here. It looks like the fronts. Fronts look good. Rear looks good. Yeah, the temps look pretty linear between the inner and outer. Yeah, well, that's good enough. And then, so tire pressure is good, temperature's good. Let's get camber front. I want to see close to a 0-degree camber on the front while I'm turning aggressively, but not sliding. Can't read it when you're sliding. Around here, that's about as sharp as I want to turn. We're at about 1 degree positive. According to that, we need more camber, but you can always turn more if we want to. If we turn pretty sharp here, that looked like a -3 maybe. The thing is, these are banked corners, so they're going to be helping. That's about 0. If you're making a turn and your camber is 0 on the front, or close to it, then that means the angle of the tire against the angle of the road match. And when that matches, you won't have a whole lot of shaking in the wheel, because the tire's staying glued. Shaking in the wheel is the tire getting grip and losing it, getting and losing. And when that happens while you're steering aggressively, you're going to lose your steering. You're going to start pushing out. So 2 factors I look for just based on feel. One is how smooth it is around corners and braking. That tells me how the tire's contact are. It's very smooth. Almost glassy. Also, if the force feedback is stronger after tuning, I know I've improved the amount of G's it's holding. Because if a tire's letting loose, you're not going to hold as many G's in it. So the wheel won't feel as heavy. It'll feel like it's kind of wimpy, kind of loose. Disconnected a bit even. If the feedback's not quite as strong. It's noticeable. So when I get the tune right, it's slick. You know, the tires feel pretty smooth. There's very minimal shaking going on here. Or normally it's like, ugh, and tires are just going crazy. So you get the angle of the dangle right on the tires with the camera. You get the tire pressures right. And you don't oversteer. The tires will last through the whole race. With quite a bit left, so that when you get those last couple laps, these other guys are absolutely shredded their tires to nothing. Like this a couple races ago, there was a guy. We're both on soft tires. It's a short race. No reason my tires should be better than his. They're the same tire. And he had a similar weighted vehicle. You know, the amount of scrubbing on the tire, all things being equal, should be equal. But I started catching him like crazy in the last 2 laps because my tires weren't toast. And it wasn't because I was driving slow or easy or trying to go easy on the tire. I think it was just the tune-up was that slick that it just wasn't shredding the tires like his. He might have been driving it too aggressively, trying to get away, or too much steering input, hot dogging it, getting it sideways. Or it could have been his camber, toe, caster. But clearly by the end of the race, something was going terribly wrong with his, and mine was still fine. I started catching him without even trying. And when I tried to accelerate away from him, you know how you pass somebody and they're like, oh shit, I'm getting past, so they just, they floor it. He went to floor it and it just spun. He could not do anything about it. So he just sat back there and faded away. Yeah, we've been going, probably 10 minutes on these tires. Made 5 laps, and they're 2 minutes a lap. So yeah, we're going 10 minutes on these tires. These are the softest tires you can get, so they're the grippiest tires. And our tire wear is only 27 and 30% respectively. A little more on the rear, actually. Just from spinning a little bit. And it's good to practice with the tires kind of worn a little bit. And in the race, there's going to be cold tires, cold surface. They remove a lot of the rubber that was laid down to practice. So you end the session with kind of worn out tires and then go into a cold tire situation. It feels pretty similar. And a lot of times I do pretty good in the first laps since I'm kind of got the car dialed in to handle poor grip situations. This tire D3, come on. Keep it together. A little late on my 1-2 shift. This angle right, be about 100 to easy. Definitely feel the tire wear, but it's still manageable. On par with our best lap. Up 1 second over our previous best lap. It's kind of locking in a little bit. Some effort into it. Usually when I'm talking and driving, I'm considerably slower. $155. That's good enough for 4th place in this practice. So, you know, you don't have to be the fastest car on the track. Just be consistent. That's what I'm working on. Just trying to be more consistent. I think the tune-up's good. The car's plenty powerful. Now it's just up to me to bring it home. Let's go into our settings. Oh, first, I want to say this new iteration because it's definitely better with the softer front suspension. So this will be our race. What was it gonna do? I forgot what I was gonna do. This we can do at 149. It's done at 155. So there's a lot more in it actually. That's interesting. A lot more in it. Going slow. Probably somewhere I'm lifting, not staying in the throttle long enough. Losing speed. Kind of puzzling. I really don't know. Hello. I don't know if my mic's open. Can you hear me? Can't see that well yet. I'll get out of the menu in a second here. Oh, my pressure is done. I'm not sure who that would have been. Zombie hard. You need some nails and some 2x4, some boards for the windows. Hello. Uh-oh, I can't see my speed. I'm glitching the game, of course. Sometimes I look at my speed to make sure I'm hitting my target and getting everything I can out of it, you know? He turned the wheel left at the very last second. Why'd he do that? Knock me off the road, little shit. Right before the turn, he went whoop, like that, knocked me off the road on purpose. That's some shit. Race is good, bro. Uh-oh. I cannot see my speed. I think I'm going too fast through there. My speedometer's not working. Oh, fucking hell. Of course, it spins me around when I turn the speedometer back on. Okay, well, at least we can see how fast we're going now. Kind of hard to get your entry and exit speed right, or cornering speed right if you don't know what you're doing. You know, same bug's been in the game since day one. They can't fix it, I guess. I can tell you how many races I've threw away trying to fix the speedometer. That's sailing through them. Oversteer. I'm completely gotten used to the new front end, but it's got a lot of potential. I just gotta not oversteer with it. It works so good. Yes. That's an oversteer. We could tune the oversteer out where I could just flat-footed around the corner like that. Oh. Go faster. More tuning to go. We made the front end grippier, so now it's a better pivot. So now the back end just whoop slings right around because the front's grabbing so well. Starting to feel rubber on the track finally. I dislike the way they move the traction. It's only in practice, qualifying, and racing. You better leave that flat. My 54. Oh, my brain was just like not overthinking that corner instead of just doing it. Ooh, my brakes fucked up. And the right rear got in the grips. It's not gonna make it. Oh, that was close. Yeah, the front end losing grip with the tire wear. You really wanted to pass me, huh? Good race, guys. Whoever said hello to me earlier, sorry, I had my mic muted while I was in the menu earlier. Hey, what's good, King? That's going real good, man. Did a little stream this morning. Having a good old time. How you doing? What are you driving today? Oh, okay, you were right in front of me. Or a little bit ahead of me. Yeah. I do some agricultural racing sometimes. You know, I gotta check on my crops. Exactly, you know. Honeydew list is long. Yeah, good laps out there, man. Pretty. Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, are you on my friends list, King? Are you on my friends list, King? Okay. You should get invites from me if you got your status to online occasionally. Okay. Yeah, just hop in anytime, bro. All right, have a good day. Thank you. That's why King is on my friends list. Chill vibes, dude, you know? Need more friends like that. Love these arpeggios. It's so good. Whoever wrote the song, man. It's another level.
Suzuka's circuit features a unique figure-8 layout from its original 1962 design. So right after you rock it under the track overpass, prepare for a heavy braking zone into a hairpin.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing today? Suzuka, Japan. Used to watch those best motoring TV shows back in the 80s and 90s. I was out of Suzuka, Japan. They had, they would compete. They would get like some of the best drivers in the country, and they would put them in factory production car, Evo versus Nissan Skyline GTR versus FD RX-7 versus, you know, Porsche 911, Lamborghini. They would just have all these cool cars on the track together. STI. It was really cool. Good show. You can still find clips on YouTube. But anyway, I used to watch a whole lot of laps. Guys hauling ass around Suzuka. Go, we got a little oversteer workout. Yeah. A little oversteering. Can soften the springs, but that affects this front end. This is independent of the front. We could go a little softer there, maybe. Keep it from over rotating so much. Should help. It's not bad. It's just like once in a while you get one of those snap deals where it kind of wiggles, and with the oversteer combination, that can turn into a spin out. So soften up some of the rear suspension to help it absorb that stress and not put it on the tires and pavement. That should keep it from over rotating better. With that, we can stay in the throttle around corners instead of spinning out. I'm getting there. It's getting pretty close to ideal. I won't stop till I feel like it's perfect. And that might take, the fine tuning portion we're in now. Because I think it's 98% there, 97% there. This last few percent is what takes a while. It could take another week or a day to find every last G to be had. But we'll find it. There's one thing, I'm persistent. We don't ever give up. Here she is. Jet black 82 Porsche 911, my dream car. Again, I have no speedometer. Come on, game. Look at this crap. Don't you have a speedometer sometimes? That extra? Is that a DLC? Oh. Wow. Hey, if somebody's getting sideways in front of you, do the right thing and ease off the gas, hit the brake. Don't gas it and shove them out of the way and spin them and roll them and wreck 4 people. That's petty. Whoa, yeah, we still got oversteer. Damn. Tires cold, probably. Got a temp now. There's an info in front of us. Hello back there. I'm using my brakes. That's what those lights mean. They're so crazy impatient. This is a crazy fast lobby. Holy crap. Raised the brake pressure a little while ago. Might have been a mistake. Starting to get a handle on how the new suspension change is working. Biggest thing is to not oversteer, because it will keep on coming around pretty well. It's got so much power, and we just barely got traction control turned on, so it's not doing much. Most of the time when that traction control light's coming on, it's just indicating wheel spin. It's not actively doing anything until you see it flashing. When it's flashing, it's hitting the brakes. And if it's just lighting up, it's just saying, oh, you're spinning. Pick up the second on that lap. It's tidying up our driving, so. Don't oversteer. That's the biggest thing. You want to get the race. Get off the gas for a second. I don't hit him. We're racing now, aren't we? Good stuff. Let's get a Z-Bass. Let's get it. I'm gonna get him here, I think. He's fast, man. Very hard to catch. The oversteer's getting me. Tires are starting to go, so it's going to come around a little bit more. Pushing it harder. I'm actually going slower because it's just coming unglued. Smooth is always going to be faster than wild. Let's just keep it composed. Maybe his tires will go in the last corner. You never know. You get a good run on him here. He's usually slow in this corner coming up. He hits the brakes too long, I think. But if I could capitalize on that, maybe we can catch him there. A late break. Maximum effort, buddy. That's all I got. Excellent race, guys. Able to battle for 8th. I like that.
Nice work out there. P9.
Some M&M though. Okay. So the next one. VIR. Tough one. Let's see what else is available. I could do VR, but let's see for something better. Something more fun. VR is just, it's super challenging. Very hard track. A lot of my friends just skip it. And Grand Oak. We should do well at Grand Oak. This setup, I think it would do well. Because it's a fast track. High speed, long, smooth corners. Not a lot of hairpin stop and go. I think if we can get some of that drift out of it and get it to where it turns the corner instead of drifting and sliding and spinning, slowing down. I mean, that's fun and it looks cool, but it's actually slow. As we say here in the drag racing world in the South, spinning ain't winning. Hell, we used to street racing. One of my buddies had a Buick Grand National. And I had the Dodge Stealth, and it was about 550 horsepower, all-wheel drive. I don't know what horsepower his Grand National was, but it was probably 500, 400, something like that. He would pour down Dr. Pepper and do a burnout of Dr. Pepper to get sticky instead of using VHT or track glue. So we'd go street racing. We'd go hunt people down and do a burnout in Dr. Pepper and take their money. It's fun. It's gonna be too sloppy. I practiced on. Feels really good. Felt really good. Ooh, let that sucker and drag its knuckle on the ground. I don't care what it looks like. If it hooks, it hooks. It's gonna look weird though. Let's see what it looks like. This sucker's got I have a lot of roll on it. Yeah. But that's keeping it glued, the way it's kind of squatting as it's turning. Shit's got squat real well when I launch it too. I've got the rear springs way softer than the front. Yeah. The name of the game here is to transfer weight to the tires that are doing most of the work. And absorb anything that would upset the balance of the car and transfer that load change to the tires. We want it to be consistent. We want the tires to just feel the same pressure all the time. So we made it very, very soft suspension wise. So it's going to feel a little spongy. Hey, but 100 mile an hour through that corner, flat out without spinning. Hey, she's moving. Can still oversteer. It's got enough power to do what I need it to do. Need it to turn more, I can make it do it. Front end's a little bit bouncing. Man, he's faster there. Wow, he just took off. That's the difference in a car like mine. We're gonna let off the gas to make the turn, and you could probably just floor it there. It's very close. It's very close. Better than it's ever felt. It's very close. Firming up the front because it's bouncing too much, and then we're softening up the rear so because it's sliding around too much. Now I can get a little more steering input, I think, which is more normal feeling. Because the front's not so soft. And it should be more responsive than the front too, with firmer springs. What we're trying to do is get the balance between the front and the rear perfect, so I can go around these corners, floor it, and it'll rotate easily without having to fight it. To make these changes, the car is better, but I have to adjust my driving to use the change. Keep steering the same old way, it's gonna. I got it for you. So the front end is firmer, and the bouncing is gone, for the most part, and it feels a little more laser focused in the front and less mushy. I don't like that. But I'm gonna have to give it more steering input like that to make the same turn. It's not as grippy on the front. And then on the rear, now we can go full throttle through here and it's not sliding around. My hope is that with the right combination of those changes and driving adjustments, pick up some time. If we don't pick up time, at least it'll be more consistent. We won't be so apt to spin out anymore. Better balance between the front and rear. Work on my driving. I think I need to dial that brake pressure back a little bit. On paper, the numbers look better at a higher pressure where I got it, but it's also causing it to lock up. Sometimes. Not turning enough through there. That front camera, see if we got enough in there. I feel like I'm having to steer more the firmer front end than I'd like. Getting close to getting that turn right. Alright, we're pretty worn out. Different could be better. Let's let it bounce a little bit. We'll mess with dampening if we need to adjust it. Try to over rotate. Should turn a lot better. Still would have won 22 lap. Wow, we were flying. Yeah, we were flying. Off spring in the front. Ooh, my. More of that. Let's see what it does. A minute left. Has to. Just gonna remove the front springs, I think. Out of gas. Suspension feels great though. That's way better. Well, it turns real well, but it's not easy to drive. It's hard to drive, in fact. And keep it under oversteering under control, and this thing is going to be really good. We're going to need to soften up the rear springs. The front's got more than enough grip. We're going to give some of it to the rear. Get that balance right. It's oversteering too much. Now the front's gripping better. I gotta get consistent and try to get that average speed up. This car's really fast, but there's a lot of times where I lose a lot of speed. I have to recover it. And keep that average higher. And then we'll start catching this guy. And he could be caught, I think. This car is just, and this tune, I just gotta drive it perfect. That's the best lap right there. Just concentrate on hitting the apex, stuff like that. Concentrate being the key word. And with the car's tendency to want to oversteer, it's a job to keep this thing. It's a lot of work. Keep it straight. Might wants to do that. Missed. Trying to pick up the pace. I picked up 8/10 right there. That's huge. Only a full second. Up 6/10. Should be a good lap. If I can pull this last corner on. Good lap, 119.4. Let's see some 118s. Soften up that rear, about 50 pounds. Might need 100 left. Hopefully he's 60 left. Big race. Woo! Oh. Oh. Yeah, 113 lap. Jesus. And cars just a whole. I mean, these are race cars. These are production cars. Production. Couple guys still going. He's still going. I think he was AFK. There she is, the new whip. You sake of heck yeah. That'll be a good one. Hello, welcome to stream everyone. Got one on Kick, and maybe one on YouTube, and 3 on Twitch. And a couple people follow us a couple hours ago. We made our follower goal. So we've changed the follower goal to 880. I'll be next year. Maybe we'll hit 1,000. That'd be a big milestone. He's really fast last race. What was he in? Is it out here? What's good stuff? Anybody? Yeah, you're off. Thinking over still. Good. I've time to practice it though. We'll see. I don't know if that helped much. A little bit, I'm sure. But much. You look at like, oh, digging the old 280. I don't like the green rounds, but flash. Drag there, though. Oh, Matthews, we're driving here too, you know. You're not the only one on the fucking track, jackass. Yeah, these guys are bullies. Push them off the road. I get the thing. I know I'm being shoved. Rear-ended there. Yeah. I think I'm just getting too tired. I make a lot of mistakes. Car is great. I'm just screwed it up. I don't feel like I'm sitting comfortable. How is he driving? Look how fast that thing is. BMW? Ah. Alright. Time to take a break. Just making more mistakes. I'm running off like 3 or 4 times a lap. I did finally practice, but hit a wall about the 3 hour mark. Yeah, we're 2.5, so about right. Usually get intense driving for hours and hours and hours. Eventually I'll do you in mentally. It's gonna look too fatigued, start getting too extreme. I think we'll break that. Let's see. If I want to get fun. Either. I think we're gonna bring that rest server in house. I'll just host it on my own equipment. No more players that's on there usually. There's no point in paying somebody else to host it. They're not adding any value that I couldn't do myself. My own server. I have server equipment anyway. Yeah, let's put it on one of my servers. I wish I could do that with Dirty Bundle. I don't have to pay somebody $20 a month to host something I could do myself. Talk to them about the new version when they make a new one. Be sure they include a proper server client that somebody can use. See. Yeah, alright. Good.